Guys, the Velvet Underground and Nico. This is something I'm kind of excited about, and the reason I'm excited about it is because I think I know both of these artists because of Wes Anderson films. I know Nico and her song "These Days" because of the movie The Royal Tenenbaums. Um, and the song "Oh Sweet Nothing," I know. I feel like that's in a Wes Anderson movie. I feel like that's how I ended up coming upon the song. I could be wrong. Do correct me. I couldn't tell you which one off the top of my head, but I believe that is how I ended up coming upon either of these. So, anyways, everybody said I needed to get into the Velvet Underground. Everybody said, Walter, you were a guy that was made to fall in love with Lou Reed. So here we are. This album seems to have been released in 1967, March 12th, 1967 to be exact. And it seems to have been recorded in 1966. I'm guessing based on the amount of listens I'm seeing some of these have, I might end up knowing some of these and just not even know that I know it. Uh, but that could also not be the case. Isn't Nico from Europe somewhere? Where's the Velvet Underground from? Do give me context in the comment section or in the chat over here as I go through. But guys, I'm going to hit the play button. Before I do, it's very important to me that you know that you are awesome, that you are valuable, that you are important, that you matter, that you are deserving of love, and that I am abundantly grateful for even a moment of your time. If you like what you see, feel free to hit the like and the subscribe button. It does go a long way to help me out. And if you really like what you see, leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, or join us on Twitch. These people over here are actually the best people. Come hang out with us. Come discover music with us. I stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Arizona time. I would love to have you by. Come check us out on Sundays, too, because I'm starting to stream on Sundays now, too. Except for the Sunday after next, because I'm going to be in Hollywood seeing Fish, but neither here nor there. That line won't age well once the video hits YouTube and the following Sunday passes. Either way, guys, have you heard this album or not? Put it in the chat. Are you listening with me for the first time and discovering the Velvet Underground and Nico? Or, have you heard it? Yes, I've heard it. No, I've not heard it. Let's kick it off. Sunday morning, the Velvet Underground and Nico. Here we go. Love that little bass.
Sunday morning brings the dawn in. It's just a restless feeling by my side.
The bell word, the bass.
Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's just the wasted years so close behind.
The panning, the bells are all
Watch
here.
out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing.
Bro. Garrett, you might have to resend the context and give me a minute. Wow. So my first thought, Death Cab for Cutie has this song called Monday Morning. And yo, guys, by the way, thank you for the hype train. I didn't even realize we were here. You guys are wonderful. I love yous. They have a song called Monday Morning, and it's a song that Ben Gibbard wrote about Zooey Deschanel. Really, really cute. But that kind of brings me to that and makes me wonder if like one of my favorite bands paid homage to this album without me even knowing it. I am I'm pretty juiced about it. Like it just seeing that connection is really 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 nice. And then again, just hearing this voice, this kind of soft thing with this like bells, like kind of keys, as well as the what is it? Just this bass line. I mean, it really is this kind of wonderfully dreamy, ethereal kind of thing. The Velvet Underground consists of Lou Reed on lead vocals and guitar, John Cale on keys, electric, viola, and bass, Sterling Morrison on rhythm guitar and bass, and Maureen Mo Tucker on drums and percussion. They were a part of Andy Warhol's Exploding Plastic Inevitable alongside German singer Nico. Andy Warhol paid for their studio time and produced their debut album. I had no idea he was involved in music like that. I knew a lot of people like referred to him, like Bowie did, but I had no idea it was that deep. The album underperformed in sales and polarized critics upon release due to its abrasive, unconventional sound and controversial lyrical content. Lead singer and songwriter Lou Reed delivers explicit lyrics spanning themes of drug abuse, prostitution, sadomasochism, and urban life. Urban life feels awkwardly out of place in the things I just read off. It has become one of the most acclaimed albums of all time and one of the most influential. Wow. Okay. I know more now.
Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will
It almost gives me like a stoned Beach Boys kind of vibe. Yo, Scoots, thank you for the gifted sub, man. You guys.
Sunday morning, and I'm falling.
Thank you for the 100 biddies.
Feeling I don't want to know. Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's all the streets you cross not so long ago. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around.
This is such a nice song.
It's nothing at all.
The instrumentation is just so less is more. And then you get that nice little guitar. Yo, Scoots, thank you so much. And I would totally agree with you there, Build, as far as saying it's nice, but it's a sense of impending doom. Like 100%. This has a cheerful melancholy to it. It's almost like this dude is really sad and kind of saying like happy goodbye, trying to feign happy goodbyes and I don't know, and like getting dumped, and you're like, no, it's okay. It almost gives me that kind of vibe. Not that this song is about a breakup, but it's that vibe that I get. Boar, thank you for the 100 tickle biddies. You too, Snake. But this concept, Sunday morning, and I'm falling. I've got a feeling I don't want to know. Early dawning, Sunday morning. It's all the streets you crossed not so long ago. Watch out, the world's behind you. There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing at all. I don't know. It feels like there's definitely this like it's like you're in love with somebody who could have anybody they want, and you realize how kind of insignificant you are. I don't know. Does that make sense?
There's always someone around you who will call. It's nothing at all.
The name Maureen is really cool. She just plays one drum and a tambourine. She prefers tambourine to cymbals. She also typically played standing up, sometimes with mallets. That's actually pretty cool. Always felt a little unique and personal in a way. I could kind of see that, Crockett. I feel like she must have taken inspiration from there, especially with like a song called like Linger, for example. Like that would definitely, the way she kind of leans into it. Now, of course, she does her like Dolores thing where she like kind of pushes it, but there's definitely that like, and I think The Cure even kind of evolved that cheerfully melancholic sound into more of like their 80s goth vibe, right? Like, Like Boys Don't Cry has a very similar vibe to it, where it's a very sad, kind of overwhelmingly heartbroken song, but it sounds so happy and upbeat. Now, in the context of The Cure, that has a much faster, context than what we had just heard. I'm one song in, but it feels like you can kind of hear a lot of where this goes. As far as the Bob Dylan comparison, I don't know that I'm maybe. I don't know though. I'm gonna need to chew on that one as I listen a bit more. I'm waiting. I really liked that first song though. It was so simple. It felt like listening to indie rock that was made in like 2009. But it wasn't. It was made in like 1966. This reminds me more of Bob Dylan.
I'm waiting for my man.
Especially now.
$26 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Feel sick and dirty, more dead than alive.
I do remember that. I did. I when I listened to Hunky Dory, there was in the song Queen Bitch. I said Bowie sounded like he was doing Dylan. When everybody kind of came in and was like, "No, I think he's doing Lou Reed." And now I see it more because this was the one where I said it sounds like. Yeah, no, I get it. I also really like how it's like this early rock, like. People heard this rock and roll and were just appalled at how hard it was.
I'm waiting for my man. $26 in my hand. Up to Lexington, 125. Feel sick and dirty.
I really love the bass here. I want more of his guitar. I love his voice a lot.
Hey, white boy, what you doing uptown? Hey, white boy, you chasing all women around.
Whoa.
Oh, pardon me, sir, it's furthest from my mind. I'm just looking forward to different of mine.
Hang on, I'm gonna go turn my AC up really quick because I turned it down earlier because I had my door open. But golly day, do I like this a lot. Don't. I wasn't trying to full dog it on YouTube again, I didn't want to let the dogs bark on the video. I was trying to listen to the Velvet Underground and Nico. I really like this.
He's all dressed in black.
This man, in this case, is a heroin dealer. Okay, that makes sense.
He's never early, he's always late. First thing you learn is that you always gotta wait.
Was heroin really happening in 60 and 6? Like, was it really happening there in the 60s?
I'm waiting for my man.
The heroin guy is always late. In Harlem, got it. Lots of heroin, got it. Every jazz guy, heroin, got it. So much heroin, got it. Wow, that's a resounding yes on the heroin. My bad, guys. They were importing it in dead soldiers' caskets? Man, they were really doing it with the heroin, weren't they?
Everybody's pinned you, but nobody cares. He's got the works, gives you sweet taste. Oh, then you gotta spit because you got no time to waste. I'm waiting for my man. Baby, don't you holler, darling, don't you bawl and shout. I'm feeling good, you know I'm gonna work it on out. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling oh so fine. Into tomorrow, but that's just some other time.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling oh so fine. So I'm guessing he's gotten his fix until tomorrow, but that's just some other time. Like he's like, I'll let future Lou Reed deal with that problem of needing to get more of the heroin. But right now I'm feeling pretty good. And don't you cry and shout.
I'm waiting for my man. Walk it home.
Wow. I like that this song has a better mix on the guitar, too. You know, Johnny Thunders, his style specifically, like really brings me to Lou Reed. Like in hearing this, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you've ever listened to much Johnny Thunder, but it definitely brings me to what I'm hearing right now.
That's all right.
Came in expecting a lot of the chat to be about heroin. Was not disappointed. One of the craziest things that's ever been like contextually true typed in my chat. I gotta give it to you, Mudrat Snoopy. You delivered on that particular entrance. And that song, dude. Like they really do just paint this picture of like this white guy going into like the bad part of town, which in the 60s, I'm guessing if they're calling him a white boy, it's because of that. You know, that they're not white is what I'm thinking here. And then like, you know, you get your heroin guy and he's never like there on time, but like you're going to wait because you got to get the heroin, you know? Like and then like he lets you have some of it and then he's like got to go cuz you know, he's got the heroin to sell. And then he's got his fix, and then he's like, well, now I gotta, you know, I'll have to worry about getting more tomorrow, but that's fine. And it just kind of dissipates, like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm all right. Like, kind of a very happy, like, it's such kind of a happy song about a really dark way to become happy. Like a really dark way. Were they like hoovering it? Were they shooting it then? What was happening? Like, what was Lou Reed tracking? Femme Fatale. It's one of my favorite things to say, too. I just love that phrase.
Here she comes. You better watch your step. She's gone to break your heart in two.
I'm in love.
It's not hard to realize. Just look into her false-colored eyes. She'll build you up to just put
she does to please. She's just a little tease.
Bro.
See the way she walks. Hear the way she talks.
And they didn't do it at all what I thought they were going to do on this part where with Hear the Way She Talks. Nico's voice is so unique. Again, I've only ever heard the song These Days because of the movie The Royal Tenenbaums. Watch the movie if you haven't and thank me later. I'm telling you, so worth your time. Neither here nor there. Like lady baritone whispery voice that she has, you know? So good. It's not like any other vocalist I can think of. I cannot compare her to another. The second I heard her come in, I was like, that is absolutely the singer that does These Days. But then you hear, and she delivers it with this somber tone, you know? She sounds sad. She sounds upset when she sings. And again, especially for the scene that I saw in Royal Tenenbaums, it like makes sense why she was the voice for that moment. But when you hear her, it conveys kind of a sense of humor. Like she is the sound of walking in the rain alone, thinking. That is the sound of her voice. To a T. That is what it is. I don't know another way to put it other than that she just has this innate sadness. And even the way she pronounces like her words with her accent, there's something very special and authentic about that, right? Like she doesn't throw it away. Yeah, fantastic. Mr. Fox is also fantastic. I'm a fan of every single Wes Anderson movie. We could talk about it for days. I'm not going to turn this reaction into that, but we could.
Please, she's just a little tease. See the way she walks. Hear the way she talks. You're written in her book.
It peaks the mic. I've talked a lot about how like some of this older music, when they peak the mic, it's so characteristic of the time period that it makes it like endearing to the sound recording. It really like, and they're doing the same thing with so many of the instruments. Like Warhol had an ear for talent, perhaps not for the sound spectrum, you know?
She's gone to smile to make you frown. What a clown.
You're right. So this would have had to have been, again, a live take, right? Like they did this on tapes, like all in a room together, and that makes it cool. Again, when you've heard me comment on like why Bob Dylan recordings to me seem so special, because they do capture in a very real and tangible sense lightning in a bottle. You can feel clothes brushing up against each other in that room. You can hear noise bleed from one mic to the other of the other instruments in the room, and that's awesome. But I think when you hear this done and you can like tell that like the band is tight, the mix is not the tightest, but Nico's voice still kind of shines through, even though it loses itself to a little bleed because of how delicate it is.
To smile to make you frown. What a clown. Little boy, she's from the street. Before you start, you're already beat. She's gone to play you for a fool.
Dang, I just read Uncle Bert's info on Nico.
Knows the things she does to please. She's just a little tease. See the way she walks. Hear the way she talks. 'Cause everybody knows the things she does to please. She's just a little tease.
So much of this song is a 2/4. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 dun. Like it really is like a less is more concept, and you've got just these background vocals following her up.
She's just a little tease. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
You know? It's perfect though. It's actually just an immaculate composition. Nico's voice, man. I'm so happy that I know another song with her in it. And again, this sounds like drunk heroin Beach Boys, kind of, with Bob Dylan. Venus and Furs. Okay. Whoa. Kind of Middle Eastern.
Shiny, shiny boots of leather. Whiplash, girl child in the dark. Comes in bells, your servant, don't forsake him. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart.
Whiplash, girl child in the dark. This is dark and heavy, dude. This one's gnarly. Venus and Furs is a quintessential Velvet Underground track. Marine, extremely simple yet massive drums. John Cale droning and squealing electric violin. And one of 2 tracks to utilize Lou Reed's ostrich guitar. A guitar where every string is tuned to E. And since Cale is playing viola, Morrison plays bass, an instrument he hated. Interesting. This is a wild noise. Every string in E. Absolutely, Mudrat.
Down his sins of streetlight fancies. Chase the costumes she shall wear.
This is the most clear I've heard his voice.
Ermine furs adorn imperious. Severin, Severin awaits you there.
This is such a tension right now.
I am tired. I am weary. I could sleep for 1,000 years. 1,000 dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears.
I am tired, I am weary. I could sleep for 1,000 years and 1,000 dreams that would awake me, different colors made of tears. I mean, the imagery is nuts. And then this droning sound. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. It's a floor tom and a tambourine.
Kiss the boot of shiny, shiny leather. Shiny leather in the dark. Tongue the thongs, the belt that does await you. Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart. Severin, speak so slightly. Severin, down on your bended knee. Taste the whip not given lightly. Taste the whip, now bleed for me.
This is naughty.
Sleep for 1,000 years, 1,000 dreams that would awake me. Different colors made of tears.
It's like if they gave heroin to musicians in the South. Like, this sounds like really creepy Appalachia. Like, really creepy Appalachian music. I could agree with that for sure, Ninja Cat. Doors like sonically, Smiths like lyrically.
Shiny, shiny, shiny boots of leather. Whiplash girl, child in the dark.
I don't know though. I think Lou Reed's also got more than maybe Morrissey does it already.
Bells, please don't forsake him.
In the writing front.
Strike, dear mistress, and cure his heart.
Whoa. You hear that? He's really working that. And then just bring. That was E notes. That was an intense song. That was super powerful. I definitely found myself enjoying it, but it was like almost kind of one of those things you enjoy because it makes you slightly uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It really was one of those things that kind of ran a chill in your back, but I feel still like it inspired a lot of the stuff I really liked. Like, again, even especially like, believe it or not, I feel like that would go on to inspire some country artists later on. Ooh. Some hillbilly heroin violin drone albums. The mixing in this, the sound of the instruments.
Said Uncle Dave, I sold my soul, must be saved. Gonna take a walk down Union Square. You never know who you're gonna find there. You gotta run, 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 run. Take a dragon too.
You think fish, antelope, you think?
Run, 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 run. Take a dragon too.
Take a drag or
Run,
two.
run, 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 run. Gypsy death in you. Hey, what you
Gypsy
do?
death.
Margarita Passion, they had to get her fixed. She wasn't well, she was getting sick. Went to sell her soul, she wasn't high, didn't know. Think she could buy it, she would run, 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 run. Take a dragon too.
This is nice.
Run, 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 run. Gypsy death in you. Tell you what to do.
is even happening right now? It's so weird to play with.
C6 Sarah had a golden nose, hobnail boots wrapped around her toes. When she turned blue, all the angels.
I love the way he comes in with this. After the craziest, funniest, what the frig ever guitar solo I ever heard. Like that was not at all normal. After this,
C6 Sarah had a golden nose, hobnail boots wrapped around her toes. When she turned blue, all the angels screamed. They didn't know, they couldn't make her sing. She had to run, 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 take a deck or two.
this really does remind me of Bob Dylan a lot, and I love it so much. But I don't think I would have been able to appreciate this album as much as I'm currently appreciating this album without having visited Bob Dylan. I think I would have thought it was awesome, right? Like, I think just as much of me would be enjoying it, but maybe not in the same way. And I guess the thing that's exciting to me about it is it feels like these are the earliest roots of where punk ended up. Like, and maybe I'm wrong, you know, maybe it could be argued it was Dylan, maybe it could be argued it was earlier than that, right? But when I'm like hearing this, I cannot help but hear someone, like so many of the artists that would go on to me later to be like, whoa, like, we're sitting here talking about the Smiths. Like, you can't tell me that the Clash or like the Sex Pistols, you know, did not hear this and was like, bro, you're Velvet Underground? Like, you cannot tell me that's the case. This is David Bowie. I would say the same thing about, especially, again, it makes a lot more sense to me. But the way, again, it's like if you just dirtied the imagery of the Beach Boys up without like as much psychedelia, it's and maybe more like attitude. I don't know. It's so cool. Like it's dark and demented, but there's a comparison.
Run, 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 gypsy death in you. Tell you what to do.
What do you think Gypsy Death in You is intended to mean? What is... This is nuts. I don't know who else is making guitar tones like this back then, guys. What's up, Sassy Moose? The Stooges. That's a fair thing. Oh, that tone. I want to pay attention to this little walk up here and then walk back down. That part was just so tasty to me. I loved every moment of
Beardless
it.
Harry, what a waste. Couldn't even get, say, small town taste. Rode the trolleys down to 47. Biggie Big was good. You get himself to heaven, cause that run, 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 take a deck or two.
This might have been my favorite song on the album so far, like significantly by far.
Gypsy death in you. Tell you what to do.
I think that this has been my favorite song on the album so far, like without a question. That was the guitar tones in there, the background vocals, the run, 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 take a dragon too. Like that whole thing was just fun. But then you just had the most wild and what the frig did I just listen to guitar solo ever. And it made me so happy. I can't think of a single thing comparable to that moment. I feel like maybe David Byrne did something kind of crazy like that with a more digitized version of it with Born Under Punches a little bit, but it was like a much cleaner and processed thing, even though it was like digitally and chopped up. Yo, and thank you for the sub, Teen Knights, you awesome person. All right, all tomorrow's parties. This album is a banger, man. An actual mega banger. Kind of that gnarly piano there.
And what costume shall the
There's her voice.
To all tomorrow's parties, a hand-me-down dress from who knows where. To all tomorrow's parties.
I shouldn't be thinking about this, but I'm thinking of the Nacho Libre scene where he's singing to Ramses about how Ramses does not sing or dance at the parties. I wonder if like Jack Black in that scene, I'm guessing he ad-libbed it and thought to himself like, gonna do a Nico homage.
He done this from who knows where. To all tomorrow's parties. And where will she go? What shall she do when midnight comes around?
Her voice is so crazy, but I love it. It's just so nuts. And she says clown in both songs.
And cry behind the door.
Clown. But it's
And what costume shall the poor girl wear? To all tomorrow's parties. Why silks and linens of yesterday's gowns? To all tomorrow's parties. And what will she do with Thursday's rags when Monday comes around? She turned once more to Sunday's clown.
I think that they're saying that not she's going to go to a person, but she will become Sunday's clown. I was sitting here wondering, like, why is she gonna go to a clown in the rags? But then it occurs to me that she doesn't. Yeah, that it's now clicking to me more. Um, it almost feels like the concept of the song is singing about a poor girl who's got nothing to wear to a party. It feels like it's a song about like income disparage and the self-conscious feelings that come with that.
And cry behind the door.
His guitar style is so nice. It just comes in with these quick staccato moments. It's not particularly virtuosic, but it's interesting.
And what costume shall the poor girl wear to all tomorrow's parties?
What made you think what do you think made him think I'm going to make every one of these strings an E? That's going to make this work out real well. It does, but like then you also have to teach yourself how to play chords with every string an E.
For Thursday's child is Sunday's clown, for whom none will go mourning.
Wow.
A blackened shroud, a hand-me-down gown of rags and silks, a costume fit for one who sits and cries for all tomorrow's parties.
It just kind of throws timing out the window and really takes a jazz approach to the guitar. With this very march drum. This has been such an interesting album so far. Oh, and the next song is literally called Heroin. Well, okay then. Yeah, right now we are 6 for 6. This is amazing. Side 1 slammed so hard. Ad break, be right back. And we're back. Here we are. Guys, let's do it, shall we? Side B. And yeah, this one is called Heroin. And not like a female hero. In an interview with WLIR in 72, Reed said he wrote the lyrics while working as a songwriter for Pickwick Records, a budget label that mostly released inexpensive sound-alikes. I was working for a record company as a songwriter where they'd lock me in a room and they'd say, write 10 surfing songs, you know? And I wrote Heroin and said, hey, I got something for you. They said, never gonna happen, never gonna happen. And here he is. So this is a surf song about heroin. This is the cleanest guitar tone I've heard the whole time. Love her use of the mallet on the tom there. Whoa. This is 10 surfing songs about heroin.
I don't know just where I'm going.
It's getting bigger. What's this
But I'm
drone sound?
gonna try
Is that a
for the
violin?
kingdom if I can, 'cause it makes me feel like I'm a man when I put a spike into my vein. And I tell you, things aren't quite the same when I'm rushing on my run, and I feel just like Jesus' son. And I guess that I just don't know, and I guess that I just don't know.
Bro. He really just says it. Like, he just comes out and says, when I put a spike into my vein, and I tell you things aren't quite the same. And I, like, when I'm rushing on my run, and I feel like Jesus' son, and I guess I just don't know. And the contrast of this song to this sound, man.
I have made big decision.
Wow. I don't know if it glorifies it. I don't know yet.
Gonna try to nullify my life, 'cause when the blood begins to
gets bigger.
flow, when it shoots up the dropper's neck, when I'm closing in on death, you can't help me, not you guys, or all you sweet girls with all your sweet talk. You can all go take a walk, and I guess I just don't know, and I guess that I just don't know.
Mesmerized.
I wish
What's up, Magic?
that
Welcome by,
I
friend.
was born 1,000 years ago.
Gosh, man.
Wish that I'd sail the darkened seas on a great big clipper ship, going from this land here to that, on a sailor's suit and cap. Away from the big city, where a man cannot be free of all of the evils of this town, and of himself and those around. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know. Oh, and I guess that I just don't know.
Man. This song is hitting me right between the heart, man. It's like you identify that you've got a problem, and you're just kind of content and okay with it because you're like, this is what I am. I know it's bad. This is what I am. It's But I don't know. I don't know if it's glorifying it. I think it's coming to terms with it in his own way. The comment on nullifying his life almost feels like he's like intentionally self-medicating because he knows he feels better when everything kind of goes away. Um and the way it's kind of conversational, I can't get past feeling like he sounds like Dylan. I really can't. I feel like they're kind of cut from the same cloth and dudes that did maybe different things. At bare minimum, in his delivery of his lyricism, and maybe in the intensity in which he writes, like he spells it out and is perhaps a bit less abstract. Like I mean, golly goodness, this guy like he just says it exactly like it is, the spike in his arm. You know what I mean? And yeah, the stream of consciousness thing very much screams out. It has a similar kind of beatnik inspiration to it in that in the stream of consciousness thing. But to go so vividly over what it does to him and for him in its own way, while acknowledging the evil, he really does call the spade a spade in terms of heroin. And that is nuts. It's not self-medication. It's a demon he's trying to escape. The thing that he's glorifying is sailing away from the city like a sailor of yore. I really like that take. Dude's just telling the truth about what is going on through objectivity. No glorification. I don't think that this is glorification in any way, shape, or form. I think he's probably very aware of the picture he's painted. I think he's very aware.
Heroin, be the death of me.
It's amazing. The speed up and slow down, right? Like you have the build up, you have them falling over time, and it almost feels like what I would imagine somebody on heroin to be like, but this is music, right? It sounds like the music is on heroin. It's not in time. It's not kept. It's not syncopated hardly at all. It doesn't follow a time signature. It doesn't necessarily have this your standard 4/4. It is completely freeform. You know, it's art without lines. It's connecting dots when there aren't dots there to connect. You're just making something. And it's so interesting that they let the music be this raw and and in your face. And I guess perhaps even if Andy Warhol didn't have like the best mixing and mastering capabilities, he understood what was going to draw an emotion out. This droning sound of the viola, this intense tom run, that you have as it speeds up and slows down. Everything about this makes emotion happen. It's unreal.
Heroin, it's my wife and it's my life because a mana to my vein leads to a center in my head, and then I'm better off than dead.
Man. Got it.
Because when the smack begins to flow, I really don't care anymore about all the Jim-Jims in this town and all the politicians making crazy sounds and everybody putting everybody else down and all the dead bodies piled up in mounds.
Spells it out right there. What an honest look at an addiction, you know? What an honest look at one's vice. That really, really, really. I mean, it was a train wreck, and the song wasn't beautiful in its imagery. The song wasn't beautiful in really the music, but what made it beautiful was its earnesty. You know, like it was beautiful in the way it captured real human life and reality. It's you know art that it's almost the same reason it's important to take wartime photos. You know, like that even dark part of humanity needs to be documented, and people need to know why it was so terrible and awful and gut wrenching. And as a person who's dealt with my own addictive problems, not heroin, of course, I know what it takes to come out of an addiction, not heroin, of course. So, anybody that has walked away from any kind of an addiction, like just W's in the chat or comment section, um, and also W's for those that have yet to overcome their demons, because they will. I 100% believe every human being has that capability. And, you know, I, as a person who's been hurt by addiction a lot, and as a person who's hurt people a lot in his own addiction, I have to believe everybody in the world has the ability to change, and overcome this version of themselves. Uh, but again, it's beautiful in the same way that, like, again, like it feels terrible to say this, but it's beautiful in the same way that wartime photos are beautiful, you know, in that it documents a part of humanity that needs to be shared, even though it's not easy. And it's a real and earnest look at it that can teach somebody a whole lot, but it's not easy, but it should be discussed. Wow. I mean, art. In terms of art and content, like we're all the way on art side right now in that spectrum. Absolutely banger of a song.
There she goes again. She's out on the streets again. She's down on her knees, my friend. But you know she'll never ask you please again.
I feel like everybody that's gonna watch this reaction is gonna hate me because I keep bringing up Bob Dylan. But tell me that this does not have, like, this is just a more punk electric version of Bob Dylan. Nah, I shouldn't say that. I mean, he's very much Lou Reed himself, but they had similar vibes. There's no doubt that, like, even the meters that they sing in, their raw dogging studio mindsets, like there is a similarity there for sure. They're birds of a feather, or at bare minimum fell from the same tree and rolled to different sides of it.
Now take a look, there's no tears in her eyes. She won't take it from just any guy. What can you do? You see her walking on down the street. Look at all your friends that she's gonna meet. You better hit her.
Very different subject matter from what I can tell too. The way that they write is so different. Like, again, Lou Reed is I think maybe a lot more kind of stream of consciousness and tells it like it is. Bob, I think, is a lot more abstract and writes things that lets you kind of imagine he's telling it like it is in his own way. And a lot of times he just outright, says things, but it's it seems like Bob Dylan isn't spiking my vein gnarly like with his lyricism. You know, Boots of Spanish Leather is a little different.
There she goes again. She's knocked down on her feet again. She's down on her knees, my friend. But you know she'll never ask you please again. Now take a look, there's no tears in her eyes. Like a bird, you know she will fly. What can you do? You see her walking on down the street. Look at all your friends that you're gonna meet. You better hit her.
I really, really like this a lot. It does feel like we've got kind of a chonky bass here. I hear a snare, and I like that.
Now take a look, there's no tears in her eyes. Like a bird, you know she will fly, fly, fly away. Ah, see you walking on down the street. Look at all your friends that she's gonna meet. She's gonna ball shot, she's gonna work it. She's gonna work it out, bye bye.
He really hit it with that ba 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 baby. Bowie produced a loop. I did not know that. Another kind of clean one. I'll be your mirror.
I be your mirror,
Here
reflect
she's
what
back.
you are, in case you don't know.
I'll be your mirror and reflect what you are. I'm not myself. I'm what you want to see, or what you see when you look at yourself. Oh man.
The rain and the sunset, the light on your door, to show that you're home. When you think the night has in your mind, that inside you're twisted and unkind. Let me stand to show that you are blind. Please put down your hands, 'cause I see you. I find it hard to believe you don't know the beauty you are. But if you don't, let me be your eyes, a hand to your darkness, so you won't be afraid. When you think the night has in your mind, that inside you're twisted and unkind. Let me stand to show that you are blind. Please put down your hands,
Wow.
'cause I see you.
She's not saying it like she's going to reflect and just be whatever he wants. She's saying, let me show you what you are to me, because I see something that you don't see. That's really, really sweet. I had a complete misunderstanding of it. But as I let it kind of continue on, there really is just that I find it hard to believe you don't know the beauty you are. But if you let me be your eyes and hand to your darkness so you won't be afraid. Because I see you. Wow, man. That really is just such a beautiful
I
sentiment.
be your mirror. I be your mirror.
The dissonance in her
I
own.
be your mirror. I be your mirror.
This is wonderful. The way her kind of dissonant vocals there at the end with I'll Be Your Mirror, and then her kind of singing on top of herself with Reflect What You Are. That was really just such like a sweet. Because, I think we've all been there where we see the person that we love so much being down on themselves, and it kind of hurts us because we're like, I think you're the best thing in the world. How could you feel so bad about yourself when I think you're everything, And I like that this song conveys that. That is really cool. The Black Angels Death Song. And we're back to that creepy viola sound.
Myriad choice of his fate set themselves out upon a platform to choose. What had he to lose? Not a ghost bloody country all covered with sleep, where the black angel did weep. Not an old city street in the east. Gone to choose. And Warren Ring's brother walked on through the night with his hair and his face long splinted cut from a knife. A GT.
This like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3.
The rally man's patter ran on through the dawn until we said so long to his skull. Shrill yell. Shining brightly red-rimmed and red-lined with the time effused with the choice of the mind on ice skate-scraping chunks from the bills.
Wow.
Cut mouth bleeding razors forgetting the pain. Antiseptic remains cuckooed by. So you fly to the cozy brown snow of the east. Gonna choose again.
Whoa.
Sacrificials remain, make it hard to forget where you come from. The stools of your eyes serve to realize fame.
Sacrificial remains make it hard to forget where you came from. The stools of your eyes serve to realize fame. Choose again.
Choose again. Robing his refrain of the sacrilege recluse for the loss of a horse with the bows and the tail of a rat.
Just
Come
throws
again.
the rhyme.
Choose to go. And if Epiphany's terror reduced you to shame, have your head bobbed and weaved. Choose a side to be on. And if the stone glances off, spit didactics into leave the color of mouse trails on screen. Try between if you choose. If you choose, try to lose. For the loss of remain, come and start the game.
I feel like this is where goth rock started.
Katako, choose to choose, choose to choose, choose to go.
This one wasn't my favorite. I'm kind of blown away that we're moving on to the last song. This one's European Sun. I mean, right now we are 9 for 10. We'll see what number 11 does, but so far, an exemplary album, something I've just not even come close to hearing before. Here we go. European Sun. Tasty bass. dedicated to
You killed your European son.
Dedicated to Delmore Schwartz, who was Lou Reed's advisor at university. Reed chose to dedicate the song to him because Schwartz hated rock lyrics. The European Son had the fewest lyrics. Schwartz died after the song was recorded, but before the album was released. Huh.
You spit on those under 21. But now your blue cards are gone. You better sit so long. Hey, hey, bye, bye, bye. You made your wallpapers green. You want to make
It
love
just
to
has
the
this
scene.
rhythm with his guitar here.
Your European son is gone. You better sit so long. Your clouds treat you goodbye.
Whoa. That tremolo picking descent is nuts. This is nuts. So ready for LAX. This is the Lou Reed brand of mustard, huh? Whew, goodness gracious. I mean, it's just a different vibe. It's so less is like they're really making noise rock here, you know? It really is a spicy mustard, there's no doubt about it. You hear him just getting it? No, it's not your headphones, it's the album. And like I don't know if there's a consistency or a rhyme or reason. This is if you're bananas on drugs, for sure. Night Scoots. I don't know what's doing the tremolo picking. Is it bass or is it like guitar on the high string or just real trebly bass? It's guitar. This must have ruined so many jukeboxes. They really were experimenting sonically, like making some of the craziest noises there, kind of like predating what some of the vamp jams would end up being. That's nuts. What's up, Stitch? W's for in chat for Stitch for a successful surgery there. Everybody, W's. Joy's coming soon. Golly. She just kind of goes in there and like stays soaked in mustard. We're just swimming in it right now. So this is what got Sonic Youth into it, huh? Who do you love? I feel like George Thorogood heard this. Night, White Tea. I could agree with that. Getting that feedback. This one wasn't for me, but this one certainly is. Golly, Sunday morning was such a vibe. It's crazy how it starts off all jangly and happy. Like, it's all just happy and smiles there. And by the end of it, you get to like... seriously, what a contrast. This was absolutely a work of art. Like, this should be required listening for people. Like, this was really, really, really good. I meant to just have this up. I gotta say, I feel like the further back I've gone in music, the more I've seen the name Andy Warhol pop up, which is funny because I didn't expect that coming out of music, but it certainly happened, you know? I'm actually really, really, really impressed with this. And I don't know why I'm saying it as if I were surprised, like I wouldn't, but it's just... And again, hearing more of Nico's songs, right? Like, after only having heard These Days, really, really, really made me feel good. Like her voice is so unique. It's such a blue tree in a green forest, you know? Like I've got this was awesome. 45 years, 19 and 67. Like this is almost 60 years old. 2 years away from being 60 years old. Mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. Yeah, guys, I loved this. I'm definitely going to listen to more Velvet Underground for sure. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the positivity that you show both to me and to one another. Continue to be the best. And until I see you next, be introspective and consider the birds. Goodbye.